Hello, as you can see, I am in my closet because it is the only quiet place in this house. I have to say, I have been reading through the book Dangerous Prayers, and it is very scary. I don't think in my Christian life that I've really put a lot of effort into prayer. I would just talk to God. And my husband would make fun of me. He'd say, oh, yeah, you say your little church prayers, and he kind of makes fun of my prayers. And, I don't get it. But as I'm reading this book, I'm starting to see some of the habits, are just your typical church prayer. Like, oh, bless us today, keep us safe, don't let me get sick, or it's almost like these safe prayers, like we don't expect God to do more, but then at the same time we don't want to go through the process of pain that requires growth and maturity in our faith. I am at the point in the book where it's kind of challenging us to pray to God and ask Him to break us. And these people in the book are responding in the way that I have been responding since we started this book. That no, like, I have children I have to think about. I have a family. Like, I can't risk asking God to break me, And I think it's kind of this idea, like, I know in my brain that God knows what's going on. Like, I know He knows, and I believe that He knows, and he may or may not do something about it, but I don't think those two are connecting. So as I read this, I guess I'm kind of being reminded of a prayer I prayed last night. It was the safest prayer you'd ever pray. But God showed me that if He would have answered that prayer, I would have missed out. And it's very simple. It's nothing big. It's nothing great. So we were going to the drive-in theater yesterday, and it was Gracie's first time. I was excited. We had snacks. We picked up dinner. I was so pumped to get to experience this with her. When we get there, we see the cars are lined up. I mean, we're in the middle of quarantine. We're in the middle of COVID-19, and everybody is dying to get out of the house. So we're back there, and we're about 50 cars behind, and my brother's on the inside, and they're starting to pay, and they're like, oh, there's a lot more on the inside, looped around the building. And I was thinking, I said, God, please, don't let us miss this opportunity to watch this. I wanted to go to this movie theater. I wanted Gracie to have this experience. I wanted to experience this with her. I was like, man, God, like, don't let us miss this opportunity. Gracie would be so sad. Please. And I even said it out loud. My husband kind of looks at me. I was like, oh, Lord, please. Don't let us not make this. And it was silly at the time. But then the line starts moving really fast. And we just start moving. I was like, oh, maybe the cop is letting them in. And then we get a text from my brother saying, oh, yeah, we paid, but they're turning everybody away. My heart sank. I was like, no, I wanted this experience for my daughter. I wanted this experience for me. And a friend texts and says, hey, well, we're at the Gatesville Drive-In. Why don't y'all come? We looked at the map. It was 30 minutes away. We were about 40 or 50 minutes away from showtime. My husband's texting and wazing us to get there, where I'm driving as fast as I can. And I realized when we get there, it was better than what we would have experienced at the other one. In this one, you could pull out your chairs and you can pull up next to other people. And, in this time, being able to see people and give your air hug is so much. It just provides so much ease and rest. as opposed to this other theater where we would have had to stay in our car and we wouldn't have been able to talk or be near or see our family. As soon as we turned around and we started going, Jacob was like, okay, well, we're leaving too. So they left, and so we were able in this time to see our friends and see our family and sit in the dirt and watch a movie with them. And I was so grateful that God didn't answer my prayers. I was so grateful. Anyway, more on that on another day as I work through this.